In this video series, I'm going to be talking about things like what is a project boat and is a project boat right for you? How to select the right project boat, how to get the work done, where to work on your project boat, things like finances and insurance, basically all the information that the other resources leave out. These are all critical to being able to complete your project boat successfully. And a lot of these things are the reason most people fail when it comes time to restoring a project boat. So how to actually get to the finish line so that you can enjoy the fruits of your labor and use your project boat. So let's go ahead and get started. In this first video, I'm going to talk about what is a project boat and is a project boat right for you? Or maybe more importantly, are you right for a project boat? Project boat is basically any boat because they all need work. But when I refer to a project boat, I'm talking more about a boat that's going to need some extensive refitting. Project boat can be a really satisfying way to get into boating relatively economically. But if you're thinking about doing a project boat simply to save money, you might be fooling yourself and you may be disappointed. But I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Let's take a quick look at the history of boating so that we can better understand exactly what makes a good project boat. Back in the late 60s and early 70s, there were hundreds, literally hundreds of small boat manufacturers cranking out heavy fiberglass boats. A lot of these boats were really well made and built more heavily than they really should have been. That's because in the early days of fiberglass, most boat builders didn't really understand the material and its strength. They came from a background of building wood boats, so the theory was the heavier the better. And if in doubt, just add a few more layers of fiberglass. After all, back then, resin and fiberglass was relatively inexpensive. So a lot of these small boat builders built some really nice heavy boats. Over the years, these boats have held up pretty well, but a lot of the systems and equipment have aged. This is what makes restoring an older fiberglass boat something that is very viable and can give you a good, solid boat capable of taking you pretty much anywhere in the world. It's just a matter of upgrading systems and equipment and, of course, improving cosmetics. As mentioned, if you're looking at restoring a project boat to just save money, you might be fooling yourself because over the long run, project boats end up costing you pretty much almost as much as if you had just bought a well-found used boat and not done the work yourself. The big advantage taking on a project boat is you get to know the boat very well. You know that you have new, well-found systems installed, and you also get to control how you spend the money on the boat. Classic example of this is when I was restoring a 40-foot sailboat and the recession hit. I was basically able to mostly shut the project down because my income had been cut drastically during this time period. I was able to keep a few small projects going and able to budget my expenses to my income. Once the recession was over and the money started flowing again, I was able to ramp up the project boat and get it finished. This is an example of how a project boat can be advantageous. If you feel comfortable taking on a larger project boat, the next thing to think about is selecting the right project boat. Selecting the right boat is key to your success. There are several different types of project boats you're going to encounter. The first type is probably the most common, and that's an older boat that hasn't been really well maintained over the years or may have been sitting unused for a period of time. The owners decided they simply can't take care of the boat anymore and they're ready to sell. You can often pick up some good deals on this, but a little bit of warning here. A boat that's been sitting around unused for a long period of time will often need more work than you may think. Systems get old, pumps get old, equipment gets old. All of this will need to be replaced on a boat like this. And there may be hidden issues such as rot, core damage, and that type of thing. Another type of project boat are the insurance loss boats. You can sometimes get some really good deals on these kind of boats. They may have suffered from a hard grounding, dock rash, maybe dismasting, sometimes a small fire. There's all kinds of insurance boats out there. But you have to be careful with this type of boat as well because there may be hidden damage. You really have to know what you're looking at before you take on an insurance boat. Now, if you're thinking about restoring a project boat, one of the first things to consider is whether or not a project boat is right for you, or more importantly, whether or not you are right for a project boat. Not everyone is, and a lot of people take on project boats when it's really not their thing. First thing you need to think about before getting involved in a project boat is, do you have the skills and temperament necessary to be able to take on a project like this? Now, I don't mean you have to be a highly skilled carpenter or electrician or whatever. You just have to have an interest in working with your hands. If you're the kind of person that took shop in high school and likes to tinker around the house repairing things, boat might be right for you. On the other hand, if you don't like getting your hands dirty and you just as soon pay somebody else to do the work, then maybe a project boat is not right for you. As for me, I started very early. I literally built my first boat when I was 5 or 6 years old. Now, of course, it wasn't very successful, but that started a long career in boat repair and boat building for me. So it's a natural fit for me. Over the years, I've restored dozens of project boats. For some, getting involved in a project boat isn't actually a conscious decision. I've known some folks that have inherited older boats from a parent who has passed away. One person I know took on a larger trimaran project because his best friend committed suicide, and he felt like he needed to go ahead and complete the project in his friend's honor. And he did. He ended up completing the boat and sailing off to the island. So there can be many reasons why one would want to take on a project boat. Some people take on project boats simply because they enjoy the work. They love the challenge of restoring an old boat back to its former glory. I've seen some people who spend years working on a project boat only to put it up for sale as soon as they were finished. The point wasn't having the boat finished as the end. The point was the journey getting there. And when they complete that project boat, they sell it and take on another one. There's nothing wrong with this. Everybody has a different reason for wanting to get involved in a project boat. For me, I often see old boats like a lost puppy on the side of the road. I just look at them and see the potential and want to go ahead and bring them back to life, restore them to their former glory. Admittedly, it's kind of a sickness, but anyone who has completed a project boat will understand. Whatever your reason to taking on a project boat, since it's important to understand that proper planning and time management are critical to being successful. Most people fail because they simply underestimate the amount of time it's going to take. So before you get started in a project boat, make sure that you will have enough free time to be able to complete it. It's also important to stay motivated throughout the project. It can get discouraging at times when you feel like all you're doing is working on the boat and never getting any enjoyment out of it. Keep this in mind as you get started, and allow yourself to take short breaks every now and then. And by short breaks, I mean a week or two. If you set a project boat aside for a year or more, the likelihood that you'll ever get back to it and finish it is small. If you're not sure whether a project boat is right for you or not, I suggest starting small. Maybe get a little dinghy, a 14-foot runabout or a 12-foot sailboat. Something relatively easy to manage that you can put on a trailer and stick in your garage and work on. This way you can get started without investing a lot of money, and it will help you improve your skills before you move on to a bigger project. It'll also allow you to assess whether or not you have the temperament and the time to go ahead and complete a project. Even a small project boat can be a fairly large investment in time and effort, and it'll give you a chance to see if this is something you really want to tackle on a larger scale. If you're pretty confident in your skills and your abilities, and you have maybe repaired a small boat or two, and you really feel confident, then a project boat can be a good way to get you into a larger boat without spending a ton of money. Another thing you might want to consider before taking on a large project boat is how it will affect your family and friends. Project boats take a lot of your spare time, and you want to make sure this isn't going to interfere with the rest of your life. I have seen more than one marriage end over a project boat due to time and finance problems. So make sure that if you're married or have a significant other and your family in general is on board for you taking on a project boat. This is another thing that's key to success. Now, if you can get your family on board to help you with the project, that's even better. I think it's a great family activity, a way to work together with your spouse and your family for the ultimate goal of being able to use the boat in the end. Another thing about taking on a project boat is you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You get to sit back and see the work you've done and take pride in your workmanship and even be able to show off to your friends. This can be very rewarding. I've always enjoyed being able to sit back and look at my work and know that I've done a good job. I've always said a project boat is a dream waiting to happen, and every project boat is as unique as its owner. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the logistics of a project boat. And by this, I mean, before you even purchase a project boat, you have to consider things like where are you going to work on it? How much time are you going to have free to work on it? Where are you going to get parts and supplies? Do you have enough tools available? Do you have a workshop, or will you be able to have access to a workshop? All of these things can be very important. Just having the boat by itself is not enough. You need to think ahead and plan ahead and make sure that when you get the project boat, you'll be able to jump in and get started on it quickly. Till next time, remember, the fun never stops when you own a boat.